Hey, this is Walkerosaurus with Get Loud Video Magazine. We are here at Lincoln Park, Denver, Colorado, and today is the day that the Right to Rest Act is going to be heard in a hearing. Before the hearing starts, there's a group of folks from Denver Homeless Out Loud and other folks from a coalition that are supporting the legislation. I'm told there's going to be coffee here soon, but it's not here yet, so we'll see what happens with that. Well, what do we got here? We got some megaphones, we got some literature, and food. But where is the coffee? Excuse me, sir. Would you happen to know where the coffee is for this event?
It's coming.
It's coming? Are you sure? That's the only reason I'm here is for the coffee. Are you the person with the coffee?
Oh, God.
Well, that's what we came for. This time I cut the part where I spilled it. Doing some social media. Media people being social. Hi, this is Walkerosaurus with Get Loud Magazine, where we're here with a couple folks and going to ask them what they think about the Right to Rest Act. What's your name?
My name's Michael.
Michael, you think it's got a chance to get through committee?
Yeah, I think so.
Think so?
I hope so. We need a lot more people to turn out.
Yeah. We need more people.
15,000 people, homeless people.
Yeah, 15,000.
Well, once I was laying on a park bench, and there was a cop came up. He says, "You can lay down, but if you close your eyes, you got to go to jail." You know,
That was the sit and lie ordinance. I remember that.
That was his exact words. If you close your eyes, you get to go to jail. You know.
So do you think the act has a chance of getting through committee today?
Absolutely not.
You don't think it has a chance, huh?
No, because we got no money. A lot of these people, they do work. They work out a day labor and they pay taxes like everybody else. They just don't pay as much. They don't have as much money to pay taxes. You know, I think it's a little weak yet, but I think it's a good start. You know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, and we'll go see what some other people think about the opportunity for the Right to Rest Act to get through committee today.
Okay.
Woo! Two guys from news agencies, a state senator.
This isn't unusual. This isn't new. We've seen our communities criminalized too, because it seems like people like to go after those who have the least ability to fight for themselves. But you know, we're going to fight for them. We're going to fight pretty damn hard. So, but you got to bring your A game too, right? That's what we got to do. We got to bring the A game. So I appreciate you guys. Okay? Thank you. All right.
So what do you think about the chance of the act to get through committee today?
I don't know, Ben. What do you think?
I think if they give them enough coffee, we can buy them off.
Oh, man. I don't know. They got a lot of money power.
But do they have good coffee?
They probably don't have that.
So do you think that the act has a chance to get through committee today?
I sure hope so.
You sure hope so.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to be the best chance of it getting through?
Awareness of the rest of the people out here fighting for it as well. Not just the homeless or people that are for the homeless, but we need more than just people like me and people like these guys here to fight for it. We need to be able to have citizens, non-homeless, every time they see a cop or somebody harassing one of us, just come out here and say something about it and stand up for the homeless.
Well, right on. Thank you for your comment.
All right.
Do you think the act has a chance of getting out of the committee?
What?
Do you think the act has a chance of getting out of committee today?
Oh, I mean, as in further action.
Yes.
Well, I hope so.
You hope so.
I hope so.
All right.
Because the urban camping ban is an iniquitous law. It's a greedy tax law.
So what do you think the chances are of the Right to Rest asking getting through the committee today?
What is that?
The legislation that's going up on the state capitol.
Yeah.
That's what they're making all the noise about. It's called the Right to Rest Act.
Yeah. It won't go.
You don't think it'll get through committee?
If we do it, it'll spread all over the country.
We are here with Paul Bowden from the Western Regional Advocacy Project. What do you think the chances of the legislation getting through committee are today?
I mean, I would
say they're pretty good. That's what I hear
Uh-huh.
tell, and certainly the House member sounded pretty serious about
Uh-huh.
his intent to push it. And so we'll find out at the end of the day. You never know how much pressure the business improvement guys and the cops are going to pull. So we'll find out.
If it gets through committee, then what are the next steps? And what's the chance of
In
it getting all the
Colorado,
way?
I guess it goes to the House floor,
Uh-huh.
and then it goes to the Senate side. So, this is step one in a long process. Getting it introduced in 3 states was a big first step. Now we're having our hearings in all the states, and we keep pushing it. If it doesn't go through, we'll be back again next year. That's all there is to it.
Talk a little bit more about that. If it doesn't get through the committee, what are the next steps?
Well, a year and a half ago, we didn't get through California. When that was the only state we had the bill in. And now, a year and a half later, we come back, we're in 3 states. If we don't get through on these hearings, we'll come back a year from now and we'll be in 5 states. It's a 170 organization campaign. It's growing like wildfire, and we ain't gonna stop till we win.
What do you think public perception is right now, based on the bills that are being introduced? Is it this? Well, let me put it this way: is it the same as it was a year and a half ago when you introduced it, this kind of stuff in California?
No, because the campaign itself is so much bigger. The public perception is we got a bunch of organizations throughout the West Coast. Washington doesn't have a bill this year, but they're just as involved in this campaign as Oregon, California, and Colorado. And you can't help but notice. You look at the media hits. You look at the stuff that's happening locally, you can't help but notice that homeless people are joining with day laborers, are joining with poor people, with public housing residents, with SRO residents, and we're fighting back against being criminalized out of existence.
All right, thank you.
All right.
So, do you think that this legislation has a chance to get through? Do you think the legislation has a chance to get through today?
I hope so.
You hope so.
I've been here almost 2 months, and every day I've been here, the cops have been harassing me.
2 months, where are you from?
Florida.
Florida? Well, don't hang out on the mall.
Well, no, I go down by the Denver Rescue Mission, and I'm in the alley where they can't even see me. They come up and, hey, you got to...
Well, they know where the alleys are. I used to sleep all over those places.
And then I keep saying that, and I get fucked with cops like 5 or 6 times. But there's not enough room in the shelters.
Right.
So that's why I came out here today to help these guys, because when I go, they can have a place to sleep and not be fucked with the cops.
Well, that ends part 1 of this special edition of Get Loud Video Magazine's coverage of the Right to Rest's day in the State Senate committee hearing. We'll have more soon.